everyone, my name is Dr. Shraveen Taja. I am here to present the session 4 Decision Making and Branching in the C Programming Language. The subject C Programming for problem solving. Our motto is to solve the problem. For that you are using a coding language is C. In this we will be discussing about multi-way selection. There are two types of multi-way selection, the switch statement and the else if ladder. Apart from this, you also have an unconditional branching. What is unconditional? Conditional branching is one where it will use if, simple if else, nested if, else if ladder, okay, and the switch. All these are conditional because before switching or executing a block of statement, it will check the condition. In unconditional branching, it is not so. Simply jumps to any part of the program and provided label is given. Let us see. Multi-way selection. Multi-way selection means you are having one thing with multiple options. Then what you do? In addition to the two-way where you have only two choices in if-else, so most of the programming language supports this, the selection concept, multi-way. It chooses among several alternatives, several options, several choices. So the two different multi-way selections are the switch statement and else if construct. Let us see the switch statement. Say multi-way selection expression, again the expression is checked. When the expression is evaluated to be value 2, then it will execute only value 2. When the expression multi-way expression evaluates to value 1, it executes this. So multi-way selection, out of all these choices only one will be executed and one will be triggered. Now see, switch expression, and here you can see that all switch is a keyword, case is a keyword. Keyword is what? Keyword is a word which has a predefined meaning. Okay, so now here when this is done, it has multiple case. Case is analogous to a choice, alternative, and along with this it also have a default alternative which is optional, and each cases is now will be seeing with the syntax. Okay, you enter the switch is open, this is skipped, you come here, you close the switch, that means you are entering to this. When you are entering to this, that means you are executing all the 3. When you enter to this, you are executing all the 4. When you enter into the third one, case 3, you are executing 3 and 4, 3 and default. Okay, when you execute none of these is there, you enter the default case and finally exit. Let us see one example. Switch print flag. Print flag is a variable or expression which evaluates to some value. Okay, and this should be a integral value. Now, if this value turns to be 1, then this is the case 1 and executes. Also, this is the case 2. Now you can see there is no break. Case 1 also executes, case 2 will also execute, default is also executed, whatever is your value. Print flag 1. So this is the case 1. When the print flag is 1, all the 3 things executed. When the print flag 2 is there, then case 2 and default executed. When neither 1 or 2, then the default is executed. And you can see here, print flag with case 1 is separated, each cases are separated with a break statement. Break is a keyword, it is used to come out of the control. It is also used to come out of the block. Okay, so now you can see, unlike the previous case, since break is given, when the print flag is 1, it will execute only, this is case 1. Okay, when the print flag is 2, it will execute only case 2. When the print flag is neither 1 or 2, it executes, this is default. Okay, now multi-valued case statement. That means you can see here more than one value it has, not only 1, 2. You can see when the print flag is 3, it comes to case 3 and execute good day or have it. Okay, if the print flag is 1, it executes 1 and 3. In the case 2, it comes case 2 good day, evens, have it, like that. Okay, so case 1 2 is having a missing break, so it will execute 1 3 in the case of 1, it will execute 2 4 in case of 2, print flag 2. Now some of the myths or points, takeaway points from the switch statement is the control expression that follows the keyword switch must be integral type. Integral means int, char and enum. It cannot have float value like 10.5. It cannot have switch 10.5, switch string. It cannot have. Each case label is a keyword case followed by a constant expression. The expression should be constant. It cannot have a some other 4.2, 3 like that and all. It cannot have some constant. No two case labels can have the same constant like case 1, case 3. After that I cannot use case 1 again. It cannot have it. But two case labels can be associated with the same set of actions. The body within the case you can have the same, but two cases cannot be same. The default label is optional, and if you don't give that, it will it will come out of the switch. If you give, if none of the cases is matching, it will definitely execute the default label. The switch statement can include at most one default label. You cannot have more than one default label. The default label may be coded anywhere, which is before the case, in between the case, or end of the. But as a matter of thing, we use traditionally we use coding in the end. What are the some of the another key points of the switch statement are? The expression used in switch statement must be integral. That means the type should be integer, character, enum. So because all these are integral type, the values to integer value. Character also have an integer value because you have ASCII to ASCII value. Small a ASCII value is 97 or small capital A is 65. Okay, like character, for every character you have a ASCII value which is nothing but integer. Any other type is not allowed, like double, float, string is not allowed. All the statements following a matching case execute until break statement is reached. Okay, break is not there, it will keep on executing. The default block can be placed anywhere. As I said, the position of the default block does not play a vital role here. It can be any part of the block within the switch. But it should be terminated with a break. The integral expressions used in labels must be a constant expression. Constant only it should yield. The statements written above cases are never executed after the switch statement. The control transfer to the matching case. That means if the switch is matching to case, say, if the switch is matching to case, the case 4, then case 1, 3, 2 is never executed. This is what it says here. Before switch can also be nested. That means one switch can be enclosed in another switch. Two case labels cannot have the same value. Case, as I already told you, case 1 and case 1 you cannot have more than one. Let us see one example with student grading. What is student grading? You are awarding the grade for the marks he scored. So we are using a function called score to grade, which takes input as a score of the student. With the local declarations score being the integer value, the marks what he has scored, grade is you are awarding A, B, C, D. So you ask the user of the program to enter the what is the score of the student between 0 to 100. Whatever the score you have read, it must be stored in the variable called score, provided you are prefixed with ampersand. It is a address operator. Okay. Now grade is equals to score to grade. This function, user defined function, will take the score and does the job. And then finally, whatever is the result is displayed. Now score to grade means it will jump here, and what it does, it will evaluate the grade. Character grade is a variable with a temporary variable temp. What it does, score value will be divided by 10, and then a temp will match to these cases. If the temp is equals to 10 or 9, it will award the grade A. 8, it will award the grade B. 7, C. 6, D. And default is fail grade. If none of the marks is, if marks is below 6, then it will be what? It will be fail grade. Okay. Why? Now you may ask why you are using divide by 10. Divide by 10, it is to convert the value to the, you are getting the quotient. Okay. So you are trying to simplify the score. Okay. Now let us see here example 89. 89. So 89 is what? 89 is the score. The score. Okay. The score is taken and then the score is divided by, see here, score is 89. So it is read. This function is called with the score 89. It comes here. The score divided by 10. 89 by 10 is what? It is not 8.9. It is 8 only, because integer by integer is integer. 8 it will give. So 8 is it will award the grade B, and it directly comes out return grade. Grade will be returned to the calling function, and then grade will be displayed. Okay, this is how it does. The same thing you can also do with the LCF logic, LCF ladder. Okay, if score is greater than equal to 90, award the grade A. Greater than equal to 80, award grade B. Greater than equal to 70, award grade C. Greater than equal to 60, award the grade D. Else, if none of these, award the grade 5. Ultimately, it comes to the conclusion. So, LCF ladder is an artificial C construct, that is you have designed, but it is always a troublesome. It leads to confusion and ambiguity. Hence, when you compare the LCF and the switch is always better than the LCF. But when you have to use LCF, when you have the expression is non-integral you can use switch. Integral you have to use switch, non-integral LCF. Okay, convert score to grade, again the same thing. Now the last is unconditional branching. What is unconditional branching? Unconditional branching is used the go-to statement. You can see go-to is associated with the label. Label is can appear any part of the program. So branching means what? You are skipping your one part of the program and moving to the other part of the program. Conditional branching, you are checking the condition and moving from one to another. But here you are not checking the condition. Label is a valid variable name. Label need to be declared and must be followed by colon. Okay. Label should be used along with the statement to which control is transferred. Label can be anywhere. The label is prior to go to, then it is called backward jump. When the label is used after the go to, then it is called forward jump. This you have to see. Now you can see int a is equals to 5, b is equals to 7. Go to end. End is a label, end is here. Now it simply goes here, end, and prints the value of a and b. And it skips the calculations of statements here. A is equals to a plus 1, b is equals, that will be never be executed. This is called unconditional branching. This is the end of the session with the references here. Thank you.